Hello, I'm Dr. Ramona Lumpkin, Interim President and Vice Chancellor of Mount St. Vincent University. Each year, the United Nations observes the International Day of the Girl Child on October 11th to recognize girls' rights and the unique challenges they face around the world. Every day across the globe, more than 1.1 billion girls are breaking barriers and working to resolve issues like climate change, child marriage, violence, and inequitable access to health care and education. Here at Mount St. Vincent University, we strongly believe education has the power to advance women, and we stand firm in our commitment to diversity, inclusion, and social justice. Our Alexa McDonough Institute for Women, Gender, and Social Justice aims to achieve equity and improve lives through feminist initiatives that extend knowledge and understanding of issues affecting women and girls in our Mount St. Vincent University community and beyond. This year, we're recognizing the International Day of the Girl by turning our attention to the current issue of exclusion from education facing girls and women in Afghanistan. When the Taliban were removed from power in 2001, enormous progress was made in improving Afghanistan's education enrollments and literacy rates, especially for women and girls. A recent report by the United Nations Education Branch, UNESCO, said the number of girls in primary school had increased from almost 0 to 2.5 million in those 17 years. However, this fall, the Taliban once again seized control of Afghanistan and threatens to stifle this progress. According to the United Nations and reports from around the world, women are not going to work, girls are not going to school. The Women's Affairs Ministry in government was replaced with the Ministry of Vice and Virtue. The Taliban announced that women will be allowed to go to school, but in separate institutions from men. However, the current education system does not have the resources to support separate classes, so this, in essence, will exclude women from studying. The curriculum will be dictated by the Taliban, and a dress code has been enacted and will be enforced. To cast a light on this issue of exclusion and oppression of women and girls in Afghanistan, Chair of the Alexa McDonough Institute, Leanne Beddow, sits down with Ms. Gulmakai Sarvar, President of the Afghan Society of Halifax, Nova Scotia. Ms. Sarvar tells us about her personal experience escaping the Taliban regime in Afghanistan in 1995, seeking refuge in neighboring countries until she came to Canada in 2005.
When we lived with my family together, that time I was young. On 1985, we left Afghanistan and came to Pakistan and then went to Iran. And Iran, I got married there. And then for many years, my family, when Russia left Afghanistan, and my family went back to Afghanistan. But I still live in Iran with my husband, and then I got half children. And then after many years in 1995, we went to back Pakistan, and then from Pakistan we went to Kabul, because on that time the Mujahideen regime, they got Afghanistan, and we thought now is good to go there and live there. And when we got there, it wasn't quite peaceful, that country. So Kabul was bombing from Gulmakai M, another group of Afghan. And they bomb all the time. And I put my children I can't remember grade 1 or grade 2, they are in school. and the bombs came there. Oh my God, it was my heart breaking. A lot of children get by that bomb, like died. They destroyed all the schools, everything. But the situation was really terrible. It was very difficult to live there. And then suddenly we saw Taliban get over and over, and then came to Kabul. They took the government from Mujahideen. And that time we, we were very worried and very scary thing, because also my family we are from, like my mother from Panjshir province, and my dad from Kabul. Because of that nation, Taliban is opposite of us. So my husband was hiding in house, and he can't go outside. And I went to outside and buy some groceries, those things. And it was like 2-3 days when Taliban get Kabul, and we left our house with everything. Like nothing to take off from my house or sell it or something. Just lock the door and run away. And even my youngest son, and he was crying, I want to take my bicycle. And I said, no, this is not the time you have to play with bicycle. We have to run away from here.
Right. So that was the first time that the Taliban came into power in 1996, that you left Kabul and you went to Pakistan.
Yes.
And then from Pakistan, you eventually made your way to Canada.
Yes, from Pakistan, my husband, because the Pakistan was very dangerous too. When we were there, and there was a lot of group of people there, talkative, when you are living, your neighbor, we don't know, and they were reporting the Taliban, or many groups in Peshawar was there. And one night, like 10 people with all things with them, like knife, guns, and they came on midnight on our house. And it was really good. My husband wasn't on that night in home, and he went to his friend's home. So they came there and they said, you are from Panjshir. And especially my husband, he was very close to family, Ahmad Shah Massoud families. And they said, you are that person working with Ahmad Shah Massoud, and you have a lot of money, you have gun, give it to us. And I was with my children, and they were sleeping. And I said, if I had those money and those things, why I am living in Peshawar, Pakistan? Why I am not in the Europe or another best country, but which is, we don't have nothing. We are just here refugee. We left our country and here. And they said, no, you are lying. I said, if I'm lying, you can find anything you want. Just don't touch my children and myself. And whatever you want to take, and take it. And they turn out all my pillows, blankets, mattress, everything. They destroyed, and they couldn't find anything. And just I have some jewelries, and they took off all my jewelries, and the TVs, those things. And they got out from my house, and I wasn't crying actually. I was very brave and keep myself confident because of my children, and they were crying, what has happened. And then they continue on 2002, I think. I registered in United Nations until 2005. We did follow with the United Nations all the time, every month and every year. We just contact them, what we can do, until finally Canada came over there and accept the same as me, like 2,000 families. from Tajikistan, from Russia, from all over cities.